Hello and welcome back to another index review for Warhammer 40k 10th edition. Today we are thundering right into this review with the Astra Militarum, or the Imperial Guard as I know them. So the Astra Militarum are basically the Russian army in space. You just send wave after wave of dudes at your opponent and you try to crush them under the weight of your numbers, and you also have lots of tanks. Lots of big dopey tanks. Now, I like big dopey tanks. Do you like big dopey tanks? If you like big dopey tanks, tell me all about it in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you can get your regular dose of Imperial propaganda. We have lots of other propaganda you can watch as well, so be sure to finish this playlist and check out those other videos. And you know, if I make any mistakes along the way here, just let me know as always. And I haven't read this, so I'm not going to necessarily know everything. There's a lot to get through here, so we're going to have to try to do it pretty quickly. And we're going to just rumble right through this, guys. Here we go. This is the Astra Militarum, or the Imperial Guard. If your army faction is the Astra Militarum, in your command phase, officer models from your army with this ability can issue orders. Each officer's datasheet will specify how many orders it can issue and which units are eligible to receive those orders. Each time an officer model issues an order, select one of the orders below, then select one eligible friendly unit within 6 inches of that officer model to issue it to. Until the start of your next command phase, the unit you selected is affected by that order. Unless otherwise stated, a unit can only be affected by one order at a time. Any order subsequently issued to that unit replaces the current one. If a unit being affected by an order becomes battle shocked, that order ceases to affect that unit. So you can only have one order at a time, so if you do move, move, move on a unit, you can't then do fixed bayonets, right? One order at a time, and you only can do it in your command phase. Yeah. Okay, so these are your orders, guys. You got move, move, move. You add 3 inches to the move characteristic of models in this unit. Great. It's a very simple ability, very easy to remember, very nice. Fixed bayonets. Improve the weapon skill characteristic of melee weapons equipped by models in this unit by 1. So that is not +1 to hit, it's +1 weapon skill. Take aim, +1 ballistic skill. First rank fire, second rank fire. Improve the attack's characteristic of rapid fire weapons equipped by models in this unit by 1. Okay. Take cover. Improve the save characteristic of models in this unit by 1. This cannot improve the save to better than a 3-up. Okay. Duty and honor. Improve the leadership and objective control characteristic of models in this unit by 1. So, that's going to be your army rule. This is your detachment rule. It's called Combined Regiment. If your army faction is Astra Militarum, you can use the Combined Regiment detachment rule. Each time an Astra Militarum unit from your army remains stationary until the end of the turn, ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit have the lethal hits ability. Alright, I don't think that's very good, because you don't want to stay still, ever. And it's hard too with current terrain. So that's what you get as your index datasheet rule thing. Alright, so you got enhancements here. What do these do? You have the Death Mask of Olanius. Officer model only while the bearer's unit is battle shock. Subtract 1 from the objective control characteristic of models in that unit instead of changing it to 0. Okay. Drill Commander. Officer model only while the bearer is leading a unit. Each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack, if that unit remains stationary this turn, a critical hit is scored on an unmodified hit roll of 5+. Okay. Kuob's Aquila. Old relic here. Officer model only once per battle. Just after your opponent use a stratagem, the bearer can use this enhancement. If it does until the end of the battle, that CP cost of the stratagem mispay 1. So basically he can vect somebody. So once per battle, just after your opponent has used a stratagem, the bearer can use this enhancement. If it does until the end of the battle, the CP cost your opponent must pay to use that stratagem again is increased by 1. Yeah. Next you have the Grand Strategist, again an officer model, so these are all only available for officers. In your command phase, the bearer can issue 1 additional order. Great. That is the best one, probably. Well, no, this is really good too. Kuob's Aquila, very good. You take both of those. Alright, so then we got a picture. Then we got some stratagems. The first one here is reinforcements. This is a strategic ploy for 2 CP, happens in any phase. You target one regiment unit from your army that was just destroyed. You can use the stratagem on that unit even though it was just destroyed. Add a new unit to your army identical to the one that was just destroyed. It's in strategic reserves, at its starting strength with all of its wounds remaining. So that's pretty fucking good. This stratagem cannot be used to return destroyed characters, of course. So, that was to be expected, but it's, just right there on the card. Fields of Fire. This is your shooting phase for 2 CP, battle tactics. 1 regiment or squadron unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. After your unit has resolved its attack, select 1 enemy unit that was targeted by 1 or more of those attacks until the end of the phase. Each time an attack is made against that enemy unit by a regiment or squadron model from your army, unless the attacking unit is battle shocked, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. So that's pretty awesome. So +1 AP. Pretty good. Next we have Suppression Fire. This is a strategic ploy stratagem. This happens in your shooting phase. I keep wanting to say Adeptus Militarum. Imperial Guard. Can I just say Imperial Guard from now on? I'm going to say Imperial Guard from now on. So in your shooting phase, 1 Imperial Guard infantry unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase, and 1 enemy unit, excluding monster and vehicle. Okay. So what this does is, if your Imperial Guard unit scores 1 or more hit against the enemy unit until the end of your opponent's next turn, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll, so they basically get pinned. Expert Bombers, Strategic Ploy, 1 CP, start of your shooting phase. 1 Imperial Guard unit from your army equipped with a Voxcaster and 1 enemy unit that is visible to that unit till the end of the phase. Each time an Astra Militarum model from your army makes an attack with an indirect fire weapon that targets that enemy unit, unless the attacking model is battle shocked, add 1 to the hit roll. Alright. Inspired Command, Epic Deed. This happens for 1 CP in your opponent's command phase. 1 Astra Militarum officer from your army can issue an order as if it were your command phase. Your officer cannot do it if you're battle shocked. Yeah, your officer cannot issue that order to a battle shocked unit. Alright. Armored Might, 2 CP War Gear stratagem that happens in your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit has selected its targets. You choose 1 Imperial Guard vehicle from your army that was selected as the target for those attacks, and then until the end of the phase, each time an attack is allocated to your unit, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic. So, yeah, 2 CP. Alright. That is all of their stratagems. On to the units. What are we bringing here in our Russian army of death from the future in space? We got Lord Solar. He's a 12-inch move horseman. He is the toughness 4 lord with a 3-up save. He's got 8 wounds. He's definitely a lord. 8-wound lord boy. Leadership 6, OC2. He's got Soul's Righteous Gaze. It's a pistol. It's got a 12-inch range, 2 attacks. Ballistic skill 2. Strength 8, AP2, 2 damage. Melee weapons, he has Conquest, because that's what he does all day long. It has 6 attacks. Weapon skill 2 up. Strength 6, AP2, 2 damage. Then he's got his other melee weapon here, his Constantine's Hooves. These are his Horsey Horse. These are 2 attacks. These are weapon skill 4 up. Strength 4, AP0, 1 damage. That's what he's got. Alright, he's a leader. He's got the voice of command. He's the Lord Solar. At the start of your command phase, if this model is on the battlefield, you gain 1 CP. And then, the Collegiate Astralex? Yeah. After both players have deployed their army, select up to 3 Astra Militarum units from your army and redeploy them. And when doing so, you can put them in strategic reserve if you wish, regardless of how many units are in there. This officer can issue up to 3 orders to Astra Militarum units. So anything. Just any Imperial Guard unit. You just pick it. It gets an order. That's awesome. He's got a 4-up invuln. He's got no war gear options because he's a character. But he comes with what he comes with. He can lead Alatin Rough Riders, Cadian Shock Troops, Catachan Jungle Fighters, Death Corps of Krieg, Infantry Squads, and Karshkins. He's a Supreme Commander, so he must be your Warlord. He's Mounted Character Epic Hero, Imperium Officer. Next we have Ursula Creed. She moves 6. She's Toughness 3. She's got a 4-up save, 4 wounds, Leadership 7, and 1 OC. Duty and Vengeance is a pistol. It's range 12, 4 attacks, Ballistic Skill 3, Strength 5, AP 2, 1 damage. Then she also has a power weapon in combat. She's Strength 4 with that power weapon with 4 attacks, Weapon Skill 3. It's AP 2, 1 damage. Power weapons are basically all the same profile, just different strengths depending on who's wielding it, which makes sense, I guess. She is a leader with voice of command. She is the Lord Castellan. While this model is leading a unit, that unit can be affected by two orders, at the same time. She is a tactical genius, once per battle round. One regiment unit from your army within 12 inches of this model can be targeted with a stratagem for 0 CP, even if another unit from your army has already been targeted with that stratagem this phase. Yeah, so she can issue 2 orders to regiment units, specifically regiment units, which I think Sentinels are regiments, so that's why I checked that. She can give that to something for 0 CP. Pretty good. Okay, so what's she got? Well, she's got nothing that she can take. She comes with what she comes with. And she can be attached to Cadian shock troops, infantry, and Karshkin. She's an infantry character, epic hero from the Imperium, and she's an officer. Then you have a Cadian Castellan. This is your commander, essentially. This is your captain. Move 6, toughness 3, 5 up save, 4 wounds with leadership of 7, 1 OC. He can take either a bolt pistol, bolt gun, or a las pistol, or a plasma pistol. The bolt pistol is a bolt pistol. It hits on 3s. The bolt gun is a bolt gun. It hits on 3s. The las pistol is a las pistol. It hits on 3s. The plasma pistol hits on 3s too. We all know what these do. They're in every Imperium codex. So the melee weapons, chainsword, 5 attacks with strength 3 AP 0, 1 damage. You know the deal here. Power fist. Fisty Fisters, 3 attacks with his Fist of Death. He has strength 6 with it, AP 2, 2 damage. Alright. Power weapon. Strength 4, AP 2, 1 damage, 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. He's a leader with voice of command. He's a senior officer. While this model is leading a unit, ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit have the sustained hits 1 ability. Get back in the fight. While this model is leading a unit, that unit is eligible to shoot in a turn in which it fell back. Great. This officer can issue up to 1 order to a regiment. So he's got a 5-up invuln. And his chainsword can be replaced with one of the following: power fist, power weapon, bolt gun. This model's las pistol can be replaced with one of the following: bolt pistol, plasma pistol. Yeah, he can be attached to Cadian shock troops, infantry, and Karshkins. He's an infantry character, Imperium grenades officer, Cadia. Next, we got tank commanders. There's not a picture of a tank here, but yeah, this is a tank commander. He's movement 10, toughness 11, 2-up save, 13 wounds, chonking around up in here. Leadership 7 and 3 OC. Heavy bolters are your sponson and turret-mounted weapon or whatever. Not turret-mounted, front-facing weapon. It's pretty normal. It's a heavy bolter. It's, 36-inch range, 3 attacks, BS4, strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. Heavy flamer, it ignores cover and torrent, D6 shot, strength 5, AP 1, 1 damage. 12-inch range. Yeah, you guys love it. You know it. You know what all these do. Heavy stubber, 1-shot hunter killer missile. Las cannon, Leman Russ battle cannon. So this is specific to this codex, so I'll tell you what it does. It is a 48-inch range. It's a D6 plus 3 shots, BS4, strength 10, AP 1, 3 damage. You got the Militarum plasma cannon. It's probably just a regular plasma cannon. Yep. So D3 shots at 36 inches, hits on 4s, strength 7, AP 2, 1 damage, or it's overcharged for strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage. It can take multi-meltas. They have an 18-inch range. They're 2 shots. They're BS4, strength 9, AP 4, D6 damage. Stormbolter, this is something else rapid fire 2, 24 inches. 2 attacks, hits on 4s, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. So, your las cannon, I will go over all these, and I guess las cannon's 48 inches. 1 shot, strength 12, AP 3, D6 plus 1 damage, hits on 4s. They all hit on 4s. The hunter killer missile's the 1-shot weapon, that's strength 14, AP 3, D6 damage. And the heavy stubber is rapid fire 3 with a 36-inch range, 3 shots, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. So it's all that sort of stuff. Now, this has Deadly Demise, voice of command, so it can issue orders to up to 1 squadron unit, which could be other vehicles. It has a Voxnet. Each time this model issues an order, it can issue it up to 12 inches away. Cool. Death befitting an officer. When he's destroyed, roll a dice on a 2-up. It gets to shoot as if it had full wounds remaining. Then you remove this from play. So it has death throws, and then hopefully it explodes. It can get damage and subtracts 1s from hits. Okay, normal stuff there. It's got a bunch of options here. This model's Lumen Rust Battle Cannon can be replaced with one of the following. Either the Demolisher Cannon, Nova Cannon, Plasma Cannon, the Auto Cannon, the Gatling Cannon, or the Vanquisher Cannon. This model's Las Cannon can be replaced with one of the following. 1 Heavy Bolter, 1 Heavy Flamer. This model can be equipped with one of the following. 2 Heavy Bolters, 2 Heavy Flamers, 2 Multi-Melt with 2 Militarum Plasma Cannons. This model can be equipped with one of the following. Storm Bolters or a Heavy Stubber. And then you can take the Hunter Killer Missile. So yeah, he comes stock with the Las Cannon, the Battle Cannon, and his Armored Tracks, which I didn't even go over because who cares. 6 attacks, Weapon Skill 4, Strength 7, AP 0, 1 damage. Need a character tank, character vehicle, Imperium, Smoke, and Officer. Moving along to the Platoon Command Squad. They move 6, Toughness 3. They got a 5-up save. The commander has 3 wounds. He's Leadership 7 and 1 OC. The veteran guardsmen that are with him, they have the same profile, except they are only 1 wound. And then I guess you do actually have a veteran heavy weapons team over here as well. They have 2 wounds. And 2 OC. So, movement 6, toughness 3, save of 5 up, 2 wounds, leadership 7, 2 OC. This unit has a bunch of ranged weapons they can take. Flamer ignores cover with Torrent. 12-inch range, D6 shots. Strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. You guys know. Grenade launcher. It's got either the frag or the crack. The frag is blast, 24 inches on both these profiles. This is D3 shots on the blast. Strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. The crack is Strength 9, AP 2, D3 damage. Then we have a Heavy Bolter. This is heavy and sustained hits 1. So, inconsistent because of its being heavy right now. But it's a heavy weapon right now. This datasheet says, I'm heavy. So this gets 3 shots, Strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. Las Guns, you know them. Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage, 24-inch range rapid fire weapon. Las Pistol, it's a pistol with the same profile. A Meltagun, it's a 12-inch range weapon that's Strength 9, AP 4, D6 damage. It has 1 shot with Melta 2. And then you got the Plasma Gun, which is Strength 7, AP 2, 1 damage at 24 inches. Or Strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage at 24 inches with rapid fire on both profiles. Hazardous on the better profile. Sniper Rifle is a heavy precision weapon at 36. It's 1 shot. It's gonna be Strength 4, AP 2, 2 damage. You got Chain Swords. Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. All these melee weapons hit on 4s. The Chain Sword has 3 attacks. So Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. The Close Combat Weapon has 2 attacks at the same profile. The Power Fist has 3 attacks at Strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage. And then the Power Weapon has 3 attacks at Strength 4, AP 2, 1 damage. They are leaders. They have Voice of Command, and then they have the Command Structure Aura. While a friendly platoon unit is within 6 inches of this unit's platoon commander, you can target that unit with a stratagem even if it is battle shocked. Okay, they have some war gear abilities. Each time an officer in the bear's unit issues an order, it can issue it up to an eligible unit up to 24 inches away, instead of 6. Medipack, the bear's unit has the Feel No Pain 6+ ability. And then, oh, the whole unit, huh? Like that. And then you have the Regimental Standard, add 1 to the objective control characteristic of the bear's unit. Okay. This unit's officer can issue 1 order to a regiment unit. So, for options here, any number of veterans, well, here's what they come with. 1 platoon commander and 4 veteran guardsmen, or 1 platoon commander, 2 veteran guardsmen, and 1 heavy weapons team. The platoon commander is equipped with the Las Pistol Close Combat Weapon. Every veteran guardsman is equipped with Las Gun, Las Pistol Close Combat Weapon. The heavy weapon team is equipped with a Heavy Bolter, a Las Pistol, and a Close Combat Weapon. Okay, we did it. Now, any number of veteran guardsmen can each have their Las Gun replaced with one of the following: Flamer, Grenade Launcher, Heavy Flamer. It's got a triple thing here. What's triple thing here say? Okay. Yeah, so a Heavy Flamer. Any number of veteran guardsmen can each have their Las Gun replaced with one of the following. You can give multiple guys a Heavy Flamer. That's cool. Alright, so 1 Flamer, 1 Grenade Launcher, 1 Heavy Flamer, 1 Meltagun, 1 Plasma Gun, 1 Sniper Rifle, 1 Chain Sword. Am I reading this wrong? The unit composition is one of the following. 1 platoon commander and 4 veteran guardsmen, or... 1 platoon... Okay. Alright, so 1 veteran guardsman equipped with a lasgun or chainsword can be equipped with a master box. 1 guardsman equipped with a lasgun or chainsword can be equipped with a medipack, and then 1 can be equipped with the regimental standard. The platoon commander's las pistol can be replaced with the plasma pistol, because that's what you're going to take. The platoon commander can be equipped with one of the following. A power fist, because that's what you're going to take. The veteran heavy weapons team, heavy bolter, can be replaced with one of the following. 1 autocannon, 1 las cannon, missile launcher, 1 mortar. Those profiles can be found on a different data sheet here, on like a different profile armory card thing. I really like this thing. They can take heavy flamers. I like that. You could have 4 heavy flamers rocking around a Christmas tree. You know, it's pretty cool. So they can lead units. They can lead Catacomb Jungle Fighters, Death Corps of Krieg, and infantry squads. Interesting. You could put these with Death Corps. Get down to just a few guys, be +1 to wound. I'm pretty sure that's what Death Corps give you. If the unit is, you know, not dead, but below half. We'll get there. There's a lot to get through. There's a lot to get through. Okay. Next, we got the Cadian Command Squad here. Get excited, because I am. Because they're Cadian, they're commanding, and they're in a squad. They've got a 6-inch move, toughness 3, so the same exact profile as above. 5 up save, 3 wounds, leadership 7, 1 OC. Looks like they can take the same weapons. Flamer, grenade launcher, las gun, las pistol, melta-gun, plasma gun. Close combat weapons, all the exact same. The difference here does look to be nothing. Maybe hitting on 3s? Nope. It is the same. Okay, so these are the same. So everything's the same. Cadia stands as this ability, though, for this unit. While this contains a Cadian officer, you can ignore any or all modifiers to the characteristic of models in that unit, and to any roll or test made for models in that unit. Okay. Each time an officer in the bearer's unit issues an order, it can issue that order to up to 24 inches away. 6 will feel no pain. So yeah, so the same war gear abilities, same exact ones. Master Vox, Medipack, Regimental Standard. You can issue 1 order. Their Infantry Imperium Grenades Cadian Command Squad. Character Officer. So, they cannot take a heavy flamer. What the heck was this that could take the heavy flamer? What is this craziness? Platoon Command Squad. Alright, so the Cadian Command Squad cannot take a heavy flamer. They are either... Nope, no either. It's just 1 Cadian Commander, 4 Cadian Veterans. They're all equipped with different things. You can see it. 1 Cadian Veterans, las gun, and Regimental Standard can be replaced with one of the following. No thanks. Actually, maybe. 1 Cadian Veteran guy stuff. His chainsword can be replaced with one of the following. So either 1 flamer, 1 grenade launcher, 1 melta-gun, 1 plasma gun, 1 power fist, 1 power weapon. You can have a random guy with power fist. 1 Cadian Veterans Guardsman's las pistol can be replaced with one of the following. Bolt pistol, plasma pistol. Cadian Commander's las pistols can be replaced with one of the following. Bolt pistol, plasma pistol, and then you have the Cadian Commander's chainsword can be replaced with one of the following. Power fist, power weapon. Okay. So the guy that can replace his Regimental Standard can replace it with a flamer, grenade launcher, melta-gun, or plasma gun. Next up we got Strachan. The Iron Hand Strachan. He's got an iron hand. He's half cyborg. Look at him, he's cool looking. He moves 6 with his toughness of 3. He should be toughness 4. He should be tough as a Space Marine. He's got a 3-up save though, so he does have the save of a Marine. He's got 4 wounds and a leadership 7 with 1 OC. He has an auto shotgun. It's an assault weapon. It's got a 12-inch range, 3 attacks. All these are BS3. This is strength 4, AP 0, and 2 damage. Then he's got his plasma pistol. It won't kill him. It only does 3 mortal wounds to him, so he doesn't die to overheat. But you know what that does. Bionic Arm with Devil's Claw. This is an anti-monster 4+ weapon. It is 6 attacks, weapon skill 2, strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage. He's a leader with Scout 6 inches, voice of command, cold steel and courage while he's leading a unit. Melee weapon equipment models in that unit have lethal hits. Be there, seen it, killed it. Been there, seen it, killed it. Each time this model makes a melee attack, if you made a charge move, you can reroll the hit and you can reroll the wound. Ha, that's hilarious. You can issue 2 orders. He's got a 4-up invuln. He is a beast. He's beast mode. Colonel Ironhand fucking Strachan, man. What's up? Get excited, get hyped for this guy. Look at his shotgun. He's going to blast it right into your face, give you 2 damage a pop, and then he's going to smack you in the face. He's going to reroll his wounds and hits. Oh yeah, and he's going to get lethal. He is lethal indeed. No war gear options though. He's equipped with what he's equipped with, and he can only attach to the Catachan Jungle Fighters. Next you got the Primaris Psyker. This moves 6, toughness 3, save of 5, 3 wounds, leadership 7, 1 OC. He's got a las pistol, then he's got Psychic Maelstrom. This is Blast, Devastating Wounds, and Psychic. It's got an 18-inch range, D6 shots. Hits on 3s, pretty good. Strength 6, AP2, 1 damage. Then you can make this Devastating Wounds, which will kill him because he's only got 3. I'm sorry, make it hazardous. It's already Devastating Wounds, so now it's hazardous. It is the same profile, except now it is D6 plus 3 shots. Same profile, meaning the same abilities. So Blast, Devastating Wounds, Psychic. It is the same range, D6 plus 3 shots. Hits on 3s, Strength 6, AP2, 2 damage. Hilarious. Alright, he's got a force weapon in combat. It is 3 attacks hitting on 4, Strength 6, AP 1, damage D3. He is a leader, and he has malign wardings. While this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have Feel No Pain 4+ against psychic attacks. And then Psychic Barrier. At the start of your opponent's shooting phase, you can roll D6. On a 1, the Psyker's unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. On a 2+, until the end of the phase, the models in the Psyker's unit have a 4-up invuln. This guy's crazy. He is crazy good. He is a Primaris Psyker. He's got no war gear options. He comes with what he comes with, and he can be attached to Cadian Shock Troops, Catachan Jungle Fighters, Death Corps of Krieg, Infantry Squads, Karshkin Tempest Squads. Alright. He's an infantry character Psyker from the Imperium. He's a Primaris Psyker. Strachan here. Strachan is infantry character Epic Hero Imperium. He has grenades as well. He's an officer. I figured I'd go back and mention it. Next we got Gaunt's Ghosts. So there's 2 of them here. Gaunt and Ghost both move 6. They're both toughness 3. Gaunt has a 4+ save. He has 3 wounds and leadership 6 with 1 OC. Ghost has a save of 5+. He's 2 wounds, leadership 7, 1 OC. They have a bunch of different weapons here. You got Bragg's autocannon. It's a heavy weapon, 48-inch range, 4 attacks, BS 5, strength 9, AP 1, 3 damage. Then you got a bolt pistol. You know what it does. Hits on 2s. Korbeck's Hotshot Las Carbine. This is an assault weapon. This is 24-inch range. 3 attacks, hits on 3s. Strength 3, AP 1, 1 damage. Larkin's Long Las. This is heavy precision. This is 36 inches. 1 shot, hits on 2s. Strength 5, AP 2, 4 damage. Okay. Las Carbine, 24-inch range. 3 shots, 3s to hit. Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. And then you got Ron's Las Carbine. This is assault sustained hits. Sustained hits what? Just sustained hits? So like each hit is an extra hit? Maybe I'm missing something there. We're going to move past this thing. It's 24-inch range. It got 3 shots, hits on 3s. Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. It's assault and sustained hits. It just has sustained hits, something. So, melee weapons. Here they have Gaunt's Chainsword. It's 5 attacks, weapon skill 2. Strength 3, AP 1, damage 1. Then you got Straight Silver Knife. This is 3 attacks, hits on 3s. Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. Cole's Straight Silver Knife. This is 5 attacks, hits on 2s. Strength 3, AP 1, 1 damage. Alright. What do? They fight first. They infiltrate. They are lone operatives and stealth. Okay, cool. I like them a lot more that they have lone operatives, because that ability is broken. So voice of command. Tanith camo cloaks. Each time a ranged attack targets them, they have the benefit of cover. Alright. Covert stealth team. At the end of your opponent's turn, if this unit is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, you can remove it from the battlefield in the reinforcement step of your next movement phase. Set it up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away horizontally from all enemy units. They can issue up to 2 orders, and they can do it to regiments or Gaunt Ghost units. Maybe themselves. I'm not sure what else will have their keywords. They have a 5-up invuln, but only Gaunt has it. And then their infantry Imperium grenades. And then Gaunt is a character Epic Hero officer. So, interesting things there. They have no options. They... What? Okay. I see. So, Gaunt and 5 boys is what this is. It's not Gaunt and 2 boys. It's Gaunt and 5 boys. It's a lone operative unit. Interesting stuff here. Okay. So, this is what they got. Different guys are equipped with different weapons. They're all kind of unique and cool. So, that's what they got there. Next, you have Regimental Attaché. This is a Movement 6, Toughness 3, Save 5+, 1 Wound, Leadership 7, OC 1 unit of dude guys. Las pistols are the name of the game. That's what they got. They also have close combat weapons with just a single attack, hitting on 4s. The Astropath Stave is also 1 attack, hitting on 4s. It's Strength 6, AP 1, Damage D3. Artillery Commander. At the start of your shooting phase, select one enemy unit within 30 inches invisible to this unit's Master of Ordnance model that has not already been selected for this ability this phase. Okay. Until the end of the phase, blast weapons equipped by friendly Astra Militarum artillery models have the sustained hits 1 ability when targeting those units. Okay. Aeronautica Commander. At the start of your shooting phase, select one enemy unit within 30 inches invisible to the officer of the fleet until the end of the phase. Any friendly Astra Militarum aircraft units that shoot it get +1 to hit. Okay. Divination. Enemy units that are set up on the battlefield as reinforcements can't do so within 12 inches of the Astropath. Specifically the Astropath. Okay, no war gear options. This is what they're equipped with. They're kind of just equipped with what they're equipped with. The Stave is on the Astropath. Otherwise, they got pistols and close combat weapons. At the start of the Declare Battles Formation step, this unit must join one command squad unit from your army. For the rest of the battle, every model in this unit counts as part of the command squad unit, and its starting strength is increased accordingly. If it's not possible to join a regimental attaché unit to a command squad this way, it does not take part. Okay, counts as being destroyed. While this unit is joined to a unit, it can embark without any transport. Okay. Interesting. I wonder how many points this squad is. We'll find out at some point in the future, not in this video, but that is an interesting unit because you can kind of make these beefed out big ass units. You can have like commander attached, you can have like Lord Solar with a platoon command squad attached to something, and then have some regimental dude guys attached as well, and just have this big ass unit of dudes. Maybe not take Lord Solar, maybe take someone else, give them like Forpinvoln boy, the Psyker. Anyway, Ogren Bodyguard. Movement 6, Toughness 6. 5 save, 6 wounds. Leadership 7, 1 OC. They got a Grenadier Gauntlet to blast weapon, 18-inch range. It is D6 attacks, BS 4, Strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage, and then Rip a Gun. Sustained hits 1, 18 inches, 3 shots. Ballistic skill 4, Strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. It's basically a heavy bolter, without the heavy, and 18 inches range. So, big bolter boy. Alright, it's melee weapons. Bulgrim Maul, 5 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 7, AP 1, 2 damage. Not bad. Close combat weapon, 4 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage. Huge knife. Strength 8, AP 1, 2 damage, 6 attacks, weapon skill 3, they're all weapon skill 3. Ripper Gun is 5 attacks, strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. Great. Feel no pain 6+. While one or more officer models are in the same unit as this model, those officers have the Feel No Pain 4+ ability. I hate those abilities so much. Alright. Redoubled Loyalty. I hate those abilities because the unit has to die in order for it to become useful. Just no. Alright. While this model's unit contains an officer model that has lost 1 or more wounds, again, no. Just stop making those. Each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the hit roll and add 1 to the wound roll. So unless you're getting like sniped out, it just makes me want to die. Alright, war gear options. Brute Shield, Bear has a 4 pinball. Slab Shield, Bear has a wounds characteristic of 7. You take the 4 pinball. Okay, I'll just make that decision easy for everybody. Take the 4 pinball. Okay, so his war gear options are. Well, let's see what he's got. He's got a Ripper Gun, Close Combat Weapon, Huge Knife. So, his Ripper Gun can be replaced with one of the following. 1 Grenadier Gauntlet, 1 Bulgrim Maul. His Huge Knife can be replaced with one of the following. Yeah, you definitely take the 4-pinfold shield. Okay. Start of the Declare Battles Formation. This one must join one command squad unit from your army. Okay, this is getting pretty interesting. This is definitely getting pretty interesting. Okay, so you can attach it just like the attaché. Counts as part of the command squad, and you just can't have more than 1. And then if it's embarked, it counts as 3 models. Nork Dead Dog, he's basically a named version of one of those guys. So he's got a 4-up save instead. Otherwise, he's got the same profile. He has a Ripper Gun and a huge knife. It's got devastating wounds. Alright. Oh, he's got a feeling pain 5+ instead of 6+. While one or more officer models are in the same unit as this model, those officer models have the feeling pain 4+, whatever. Each time this model's unit is selected to fight, you can select one enemy unit within engagement range of this model and roll 1d6. On 2 to 5, you suffer D3 mortal wounds. On 6, dude, what is this nonsense? Okay, I gotta just... So, his Ripper Gun can be replaced with the Maul, right? And the Maul's this one? Yeah. So you take the Maul, because he's got 5 attacks with it, and he just smacks you in the face. This is hilarious. So you take Nork Dead Dog, probably, just because he's funny. He does not have an invuln, so, you know, you can't be that tanky. The other guy is definitely more tanky, but this guy's funny. He's funniest for sure. Okay, so, yep. So, same thing as before. You can't join more than one of them to a command squad. He has no worker options, and that's just what he gets. Infantry squad is next. They have movement of 6, toughness of 3, save of 5, 1 wound, leadership 7, OC of 2. You can get heavy weapon teams here. They are a same thing, 2 wounds though, with an OC of 4. So it's just 2 dudes stuck onto one base. They can take a bunch of different weapons here. You got your flamer, ignores cover torrent. You got your grenade launcher, you got your frag, and your crack. We know what those do. Heavy bolter, it's heavy this time. Las gun, las pistol, melta-gun, plasma guns, and sniper rifles. Those are heavy precision sniper weapons. Then you got your chainsword, close combat weapon, and power weapon. They have Defenders of Humanity. Each time a ranged attack targets this unit, if this unit is within range of an objective marker, you have the benefit of cover. Okay, fine, I'll take it. Next, you got your war gear options. Voxcaster. Each time you select the bear's unit with a stratagem, roll a d6, adding 1 to the result. If there are 1 or more friendly officer models within 6 inches, you gain a CP on a 5+. Interesting. Okay. So, their options are that for every 10 models, 1 guardsman las gun can be replaced with a flamer, a grenade launcher, a melta-gun, plasma gun, or a sniper rifle. That was my cat. For every 10 models in the unit, 1 guardsman equipped with 1 las gun can be equipped with 1 voxcaster. His las gun cannot be replaced. The sergeant can replace... he can just be... Wait, so the sergeant's close combat weapon, yeah, can be replaced with either a chainsword or a power weapon. The sergeant's las pistol can be replaced with one of the following, so you either get a bolt pistol, bolt gun, or plasma pistol. The heavy weapon team can have either an autocannon, las cannon, a missile launcher, or mortar. Comes with a heavy bolter. Okay, so now we got the unit composition. It's very complicated. We're going to get through it. You got 1 sergeant and 9 guardsmen. Or you have 1 sergeant, 7 guardsmen, and 1 heavy weapons team. Or 2 sergeants and 18 guardsmen. Or 2 sergeants, 16 guardsmen, and 1 heavy weapons team, or 2 sergeants, 14 guardsmen, and 2 heavy weapons teams. They all have las pistol, close combat weapon, all the sergeants do. All the dudes have las guns and close combat weapons. All the heavy weapon teams have heavy bolters, and it can say here, this unit can have up to 2 leaders attached to it, provided no more than 1 of those is a command squad. Okay. Great. Okay. So, Cadian shock troops. These guys, they move 6, they are toughness 3, they have a 5-up save, 1 wound, leadership 7, OC of 2. So basically the same profile there. They do not get to take heavy weapon teams. They have a bolt pistol, which we know. The drum-fed autogun, that's a new one, 24 inches, no other rules. 2 shots, BS4, strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. It's a gun you can take, I guess. Flamer, grenade launcher, las gun, las pistol, melta-gun, plasma gun. We've gone over those a million times. You guys should know what those do at this point. If not, you can see on screen. Melee weapons, chainsword and close combat weapon. Same shit as always, guys. Chainsword and 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Otherwise, you get 1 attack. You know, your strength 3 either way. These have the shock troop rules. At the end of your command phase, if this unit is within range of an objective marker you control, that objective marker remains under your control. So sticky objectives, good shit, Voxcaster, same as above. Alright, so actually let's go back up and real quick talk about the keywords. They're infantry, battle line, Imperium, with grenades, regiment, and platoon. The Cadian shock troops, they're infantry, battle line, Imperium, grenades, regiment, platoon. Cadian. For every 10 models in this unit, 2 Cadian shock troopers can each have their lasgun replaced with one of the following. Same options as always. You got your flamer, grenade launcher, melta-gun, plasma gun. For every 10 models in this unit, 1 shock trooper equipped with a lasgun can be equipped with a Vox caster. Any number of sergeants can have their las pistols replaced with a bolt pistol. And then any number of shock trooper sergeants can each have their las pistol and chainsword replaced with 1 drum-fed autogun and 1 close combat weapon. Your unit composition is 1 shock trooper sergeant and 9 shock troopers, or 2 shock trooper sergeants and 18 shock troopers. Every sergeant has that las pistol and chainsword. Every other dude has a lasgun close combat weapon. You can have up to 2 leaders in the unit, provided no more than one of those is a command squad. Alright. Death Corps of Krieg. They have the same stat line, so there we go. They have the same ranged weapons. So flamer, grenade launcher, lasgun, las pistol, melta-gun, plasma gun, and sniper rifle. Melee weapons, they got the same stuff. They can take a power weapon, whereas the Cadian shock troopers could not. So, you know, you love it, you know it. It would take forever for us to go over every single thing every single time. So we're just going to skip on to their abilities. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. If this unit is below starting strength, then add 1 to the wound roll. As well, if this unit is below half strength. Great. So you kill a couple guys, plus 1 to hit. Boom. Everything's hitting on 3s. Kill more than half the dudes. Boom. Plus 1 to wound. Alright. So since you can take these in units of 20, right? Yes. Not the worst ability ever. You know, that makes your special weapons that you keep alive actually pretty good. Plus 1 to hit, plus 1 to wound on those. So, anyway, Vox caster, same as above. Then you have the Death Corps Medipack. At the start of your command phase, if the bearer's unit is below starting strength, you can return up to D3 destroyed Death Corps troopers to the unit. Good stuff. Alright. For every 10 models in the unit, 2 Death Corps troopers can each have their lasgun replaced with one of the following. Flamer, grenade launcher, melta-gun, sniper rifle. For every 10 models in the unit. 1 Death Corps lasgun guy can be equipped with a Vox caster or a plasma gun. Interesting. Alright, any number of dudes can have their chainsword replaced with a power weapon, so any of the sergeants, and then any number of sergeants can each have their las pistol replaced with either a bolt pistol, bolt gun plasma pistol, and then 1 Death Corps trooper equipped with a las gun can be equipped with the Medipack. So the little asterisk here, you can't select the same weapon more than once per unit unless you contain 20 models, in which case you can select the same weapon twice. Cool. So you take them in units of 10 or units of 20. They're all equipped with the lasgun close combat weapon, and the sergeants have the las pistol and chainsword. You can have 2 leaders. They are Battle Line Infantry, Imperium Grenades, Regiment, Platoon. Cadet and Jungle Fighters up next. Guess what, guys? It's the same profile. Alright, so real quick and dirty here. Flamer, las guns, and las pistols, and then close combat weapons. No real difference there, just 1 attack, even though you'd expect them to have 2, maybe be a higher strength. They're not. They have scouts 6 inches, they have jungle fighters. Each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack, if this unit made a charge move or was charged this turn, improve the strength and armor penetration characteristic by 1. So there it is. So you are strength 4, AP 1 on a charge with 1 whole attack. Woo! Alright, Vox caster. You know what it does, we just talked about it a bunch. Okay, they have very little options, but they do have some. For every 5 models, 1 dude can be equipped with a flamer. For every 10 models, 1 jungle fighter can be equipped with lasma, can be equipped with the Vox caster. Yeah, so same basic things there, just not nearly as many options for their troops. Now, your unit composition is 1 jungle fighter sergeant and 9 dudes, or 2 jungle fighter sergeants and 18 dudes. Every jungle fighter sergeant is equipped with a las pistol and a close combat weapon, and then every other dude is equipped with a las gun and close combat weapon. You can have 2 leaders. They're infantry battle line Imperium, regiment grenades, platoon. Oh, Sly Marbo. Rambo. R-A-M-B-O. He moves 6, he's toughness 3. He's got a 5 of save and 4 wounds. He's leadership 7 and OC 1. He's got a Ripper pistol. It's anti-infantry 2+, it's a pistol in precision. 12-inch range, 3 shots, BS 2, strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. He's got the Envenomed Blade, it's anti-infantry 2 up, precision. 5 attacks, hits on 2s, strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. He's got infiltrators, lone operative, and stealth. He's a 1-man army. Each time an enemy unit targets a friendly Astra Militarum unit within 3 inches of this model with a range attack. After that enemy unit has finished making its attacks, this model can shoot as if it were your shooting phase. Well, that seems bad, because that means that he himself is within range to be shot, because he only has a 12-inch range gun. So, yeah. Like fighting a shadow, each time this model has shot, if it is not within engagement range of any enemy units, it can make a normal move, as if it were your movement phase. If it does, it cannot charge. Okay. So, if you get to shoot, you can move. He's got no war gear options. He probably can't be your warlord. Oh, look at that. He's a loner. Can't be your warlord. He just comes with what he comes with. He is an infantry character, epic hero, Imperium Grenades Regiment. My brain moves too fast sometimes. Karshkins are next. Movement of 6, toughness of 3. They have a 4-up save, 1 wound, leadership 7, and 1 OC. Their weapons are Flamer, Grenade Launcher, Hot Shot Las Gun. So this is what they can take. It's 24 inches, rapid fire 1. All these weapons hit on 3s. It has 1 shot, strength 3, AP 1, and damage 1. Hot Shot Las Pistol, same profile, just a pistol, so 12-inch range. Hot Shot Marksman Rifle, this is a heavy weapon, and it has precision. It's a 36-inch range, only 1 shot, but it is strength 4, AP 2, and flat 3 damage, so it's basically a sniper rifle. That's why it's called a marksman rifle. Then you got the Hot Shot Volley Gun. This is rapid fire 2, 30 inches, 2 shots base, strength 4, AP 1, and 1 damage. That's not so bad. Melt-A-Gun, we know what it does. Plasma Gun, we know what it does. Melee weapons, we know what those do. Chainsword, close combat weapons, and power weapons. Notably, each guy has 2 attacks. The sergeant has 4, unless you give him a power weapon, and then he's got 3. They are scouts. They move 6 inches when they scout. They are warrior elite. In your command phase, you can select 1 order to take effect on this unit until the start of your next command phase, in addition to any other order issued to this unit by an officer. So with, I don't know if Creed can attach to these, but if she can have 2 abilities up at once, and then you can have a 3rd with this. That's kind of interesting, you know, for the 1 turn it lives. Alright, war gear, abilities, Voxcaster. We're not going to go over that again. Melt-A-Mine. Once per battle, at the start of any phase, you can select 1 enemy unit within 3 inches of the bearer and roll 1d6 on a 2+. They suffer d3 mortal wounds, or 2d6 mortal wounds instead if it is a vehicle. What kind of options do these boys got? Up to 4 dudes can each have their Hot Shot Las Gun replaced with one of the following: Flamer, Grenade Launcher, Hot Shot Volley Gun, Melt-A-Gun, Plasma Gun. You cannot select the same thing more than twice, okay. 1 Karshkin Trooper's Hot Shot Las Gun can be replaced with 1 Hot Shot Marksman Rifle. Okay, 1 dude guy's Hot Shot Las Gun can be replaced with 1 Hot Shot Las Pistol and a Melt-A-Mine. That's an interesting thing to do. Alright, you can take a Voxcaster, and the Sergeant can take power weapons. The Sergeant can also take bolt pistols and plasma pistols, which you replace. Alright, they come in units of 10. They have Hot Shot Las Pistols and Chainswords if they're a Sergeant. If they're not a sergeant, which 9 of them aren't, 90% of the units not, they always have Hot Shot Las Guns and close combat weapons. Alright, they got Infantry Imperium Grenades. Regiment. We got a Preacher. Are you the same from the sisters? He's got an autogun, yeah, probably. So he moves 6, toughness 3, 4-up invuln, 6-up save, 3 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 1. He can have an auto gun. It's a las gun. He can have a holy pistol. It's a 3-shot bolt pistol. He can also have a Preacher Shotgun, which is a 12-inch range, 2-shot weapon, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Melee weapons, he can rock a chainsword with 4 attacks, or he can rock a power weapon with 3 attacks. You take the power weapon, probably, maybe, let's see what he does. He can lead things. He has war hymns. While he's leading a unit, weapons equipped by models in that unit have sustained hits, Holy Piety. Each time this model makes a melee attack, unless the model is battle shocked, you can reroll the hit roll. Each time this model, okay. So, he can replace his power weapon with something you're not going to replace it with. He comes in units of 1, he comes with a power weapon and the Holy Pistol. He can be attached to Shock Troopers, Jungle Fighters, Core Krieg guys, Infantry, Karshkins, and Tempest Scions. They're infantry characters, Imperiums, grenades. A lot of things have grenades. You got Harker next. Harker is basically a dude holding a heavy bolter. Look at him, he's so fucking angry. Alright, so he moves 6, he's toughness 4. He's tougher than Strachan. Give me a fucking break. Really? You, Mr. Not Half of a Terminator, are not toughness 4, okay? Your save of 5+ and 3 wounds, 7 ups leadership, and OC of 1. He's got payback. It's a heavy bolter. Literally a heavy bolter. It's just not heavy. Close combat weapon, yeah. Strength 4. Alright, he's got Feel No Pain 6+. He is a leader and he is a scout leader. He's got Voice of Command. So he scouts 6 inches. Okay, that's cool. So he's got Harker's Hellraisers while this model is leading a unit. Each time a ranged attack targets that unit, if the attacking model is more than 12 inches away, you have stealth. Payback time, baby. Once for battle and this model is selected to shoot, it can use this ability if it does until the end of the phase. Its payback weapon has an attack characteristic of 6 and sustained hits 3 instead of sustained hits 1. Fine. Alright, he's an officer. He can do stuff. He can only issue to Kaddish and Jungle Fighters, though. No war gear options, because he's a special character. He can lead Kaddish and Jungle Fighters, and he comes with what he comes with. He's an infantry character epic hero. Imperium Grenades. Next, you got the Engine Seer. These guys are cool. They move 6, they're also toughness 4, which makes sense because look at that fucking thing. It's like a robot. It's got a 3-up save and 3 wounds. Leadership 7, OC of 1. Archaeotech Pistol. Looks to be the same as in the Admech Codex. Devastating Wound Pistol, just 1 shot, Strength 6 AP 0, 1 damage. He hits on 3s with that. Melee weapons, he hits on 4s. Engine Seer Axe, 3 attacks, Strength 6 AP 2, damage 2. Servo Arm, 1 attack, Strength 6 AP 2, damage 2. Extra attacks on that guy, so you can always swing with that extra one. So basically, he's got 4 attacks at the same profile. He can lead stuff, but you're not going to because of this next ability. While this model is within 3 inches of 1 or more friendly Imperial Guard vehicle units, this model has lone operatives. Omnicized Blessing, you can repair D3 lost wounds to a vehicle. Notably, this happens in your command phase, so meh. But within 3 inches, you repair D3 lost wounds until the start of your next command phase. That vehicle has a 4-up invulnerable save and can only be selected once. That's fucking insane. Okay. Vengeance for the Omnissiah. If a friendly Astra Militarum vehicle is destroyed, you change your attacks characteristics to 6 for your axe, so you end up with 7 attacks with your weapons in combat. So he kind of becomes a beat stick. He's like probably 40 points or something. It's kind of funny. No war gear options. I mean, he's amazing because he gives you a 4-up invuln on your Titan tank thing, your Bane Blades and stuff. That seems good, even on like a not Bane Blade. I don't know. A fucking Lehman Russ with a Demolisher Cannon or something. Are those still good? You give it a 4-up invuln the whole turn. That's all the times I'm against ranged weapons. It's great. Alright, so he's got no war gear options. He comes with what he comes with, and he can be attached to Cadian Shock Troops, Jungle Fighters, the Corps of Krieg, Infantry Squads, Karskins, and Servitors. But you're not going to attach him to anything. He's an infantry character, Imperium Regimental Engine Seer. We got the Militarum Servitors next. They move 6, they are toughness 3. They have a 4-up save, 1 wound, leadership of 8, and an OC of 0. Real standout stat line there. They can take some ranged weapons. They can either take heavy bolters, multi-meltas, plasma cannons. The plasma cannon I don't think we've talked about in this review yet, so I'll go over that one. It is D3 shots with a 36-inch range, strength 7, AP 2, 1 damage, BS 6 on all these weapons, guys. Or it is strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage. Same amount of shots, same range, same ballistic skill, except it becomes hazardous. It has blast and heavy, so you can get extra shots with it, and if you stay still, you can get extra ballistic skill or +1 to hit. Your melee weapons are either a close combat weapon with 1 attack that hits on 5s, or a Servitor close combat arm with 1 attack that hits on 5s, but it's strength 6, AP 2, and 3 damage instead of your regular strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. If these guys are led by an Engine Seer, they get +1 to their ballistic skill and weapon skill. They come with a 6-up invuln. Up to 2 models can each have their Servitor servo arm replaced with one of the following: 1 heavy bolter, 1 multi-melta, 1 plasma cannon. They come in units of 4, no other options there. They all come with the arms. And then at the start of the declared battle formation, this unit can join one other unit from your army that is being led by a regimental Engine Seer. If it does, until the end of the battle, every model in that unit counts as being part of that bodyguard unit, and the bodyguard unit's starting strength is increased accordingly. So can you just join like 5 different things to a like platoon squad or whatever? Can you have like all the attachés with Nork Dead Dog attached to a platoon command squad, and then have that attached to the unit, and then put an Engine Seer in it, and also attach the Militarum Servitors? I wouldn't, because I'd rather have a 4-up invuln, probably, from the Primaris Psyker, but I don't play Imperial Guard, so what the fuck do I know? Commissar next, he moves 6, he's toughness 3, he's got a 5-up save and 3 wounds, leadership 6, OC 1. He's got a bolt pistol, or a plasma pistol. He's got a chainsword, or a power weapon. He hits on 3s with all of his ranged and shooting, or all of his ranged combat, excuse me. He's got a voice of command. Summary execution. So once per battle round at the start of any phase, you can select one friendly Adeptus unit within 12 inches that's battle shock, so it has to be infantry. If you do, one model in that unit is destroyed, and they are no longer battle shocked. So he just shoots a guy in the face, and the rest of the guys are like, yes sir. While another officer model is in the same unit as this model, you can reroll battle shock tests, okay. He can issue one order to a regiment unit. This officer can only issue the duty and honor fixed bayonets orders. Okay. He's got a 5-up invuln. He can replace his bolt pistol with that plasma pistol, and he can replace his chainsword with the power weapon. He is a commissar. He comes with the bolt pistol and chainsword, and he can be attached to Cadian shock troops, the jungle fighters, the Corps of Krieg, the infantry squads, the Karshkin, and the Tempest of Scions. They are infantry character Imperium officers. Alright, Ogrins. These move 6 with a toughness of 6. They only have a 5-up save, but they have 3 wounds and a leadership 7. 1 OC, they have a Ripper gun. It's rapid fire 3, range 18, 3 attacks, ballistic skill 4, strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. It's basically a heavy bolter that has rapid fire 3 and half the range. And then in combat, it is 4 attacks hitting on 3s, not 4s. Strength 6, AP 1, damage 1. They have a 6-up feel no pain, and then they have point blank barrage. Each time a model in this unit makes a ranged attack that targets the closest eligible target, improve the armor penetration by 1. So they become AP 2, horrifying. 6 shots a guy, AP 2, just die. They got no war gear options. You take them in units of 3 to 6, and they all come with a Ripper gun. They are infantry, Imperium, grenades, and Ogrins. Next you got Bulgrins, which are just close combat Ogrins. So they have a similar stat line. The only difference here is that they are they're save 4+ instead of 5+. Everything else is the same. The ranged weapons are a Grenadier Gauntlet. It's a blast weapon. Range 18, D6 shots, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, AP 0, and damage 1. Then you got your Bulgrin Maul as a close combat weapon. This is 4 attacks hitting on 3, strength 7, AP 1, and 2 damage. Or you just have a regular close combat weapon. It's 4 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage. These also have a 6-up feel no pain, and these have Wall of Muscle. Each time an attack is allocated to a model in this unit, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic of that attack to a minimum of 1. Then they can take either Brute Shields that give them a 4-up invuln, or they can take Slab Shields where they have 4 wounds each. Probably still take the Brute Shield and have that -1 damage. That seems pretty good. Toughness 6, 4-up invuln, -1 damage, 3 wounds apiece. What's up? Any number of models can each have their Grenadier Gauntlet replaced with 1 Bulgrin Maul. Any number of models can each have their Slab Shield replaced with 1 Brute Shield. Yeah, so you take the Maul, and then you take the 4-up invuln, and then you run them up the table and go, this unit has this objective, probably. Alright, Bulgrins, you take them in units of 3 to 6. Every model is equipped with the Grenadier Gauntlet, Close Combat Weapon, Slab Shield. Rattling Snipers. Can't believe these fuckers still exist. They move 6, their toughness of 2, 6-up save, 1 wound, leadership 8, OC of 1. They have a sniper rifle. We've gone over it, but I'll go over it again. It's heavy and precision, 1 shot at 36 inches, ballistic skill 3, strength 4, AP 2, 2 damage. Then they got a close combat weapon. They hit on 5s with this, strength 2. They do have infiltrators, they do have stealth. They have shoot sharp and scrapper. Yeah. In your shooting phase, after this unit has shot, if it is not within engagement range, it can make a normal move. It can't charge. Okay. They come in units of 5, you don't get any options, and they just come with sniper rifles. They are Imperium and infantry. Next, you got the Atalan Rough Riders. They move 12 through toughness 4 with a 4-up save, 2 wounds, leadership 7, OC 1. Las guns, las pistols, and then for melee weapons, they have the Goad Lance. This is a lance weapon, so +1 wound. These all hit on 3s, except for the hooves, which are the horse, which is the last thing we'll talk about. So, let's start first with the lance. 2 attacks. Strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage. Nice. Then we have the Hunting Lance. This either has a frag or a melta tip. They both have the lance ability, so +1 to wound. The frag tip is D6 attacks, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. The lance melta boy, that is strength 9, AP 4, D6 damage. 1 shot there. Power Saber, 4 attacks, strength 4, AP 2, 1 damage. And then you got your hooves. These are 2 attacks pop, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage, and then you got Horsemaster as your ability. You can ignore any or all modifiers to this unit's move characteristic and to advance and charge rolls made for it. In addition, this unit is eligible to shoot and declare charge in a turn in which it fell back. They can do stuff. So for every 5 models in the unit, 1 model's Hunting Lance can be replaced with 1 Goad Lance, and then the Sergeant can be equipped with the Power Saber. You can either take them in units of 5 or 10, and they all come with las guns, las pistols, hunting lances, and the steed hooves. So, that's what you got. Scout Sentinels, they're next. They move 10, they are toughness 7. They have a 3-up save, 7 wounds, leadership 7, and 2 OC. They can take one of the following, either an autocannon, that is 2 shots at 48 inches. All these are ballistic skill 4. This is strength 9, AP 1, 3 damage. Heavy Flamer, talked about this again, but it's D6 shots at 12 inches, strength 5, AP 1, 1 damage. Hunter Killer Missile, it's a single shot weapon at 48 inches. Hits on 4s, strength 14, AP 3, D6 damage. Las Cannon, 1 shot, strength 12, AP 3, D6 plus 1. Multi-laser, 4 shots, strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage, 36 inches. Missile launcher, 48 inches. D6 shots on the frag with blast and heavy, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. And then you got the crack, which is 1 shot, same range, strength 9, AP 2, D6 damage. Plasma cannon, again you got blast with 36 inches, D3 shots, strength 7, AP 2, 1 damage, or strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage, and hazardous. And then you got your close combat weapons. You either have 2 attacks at strength 6, AP 0, and 1 damage, or you have 3 attacks at strength 6, AP 1, and 1 damage. Both of those hit on 4s. They have Deadly Demise 1 and Scout 9 inches. Nice. Daring Recon. At the start of your shooting phase, select one enemy unit within 18 inches invisible to this unit until the end of the phase. Each time an Astra Militarum model makes a melee attack that targets that unit, reroll a hit roll of 1, and if that attack has indirect fire, it does not suffer the penalty to the hit roll for shooting at a target. It is not visible. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. So, any number of models can each have their multi-laser replaced with one of the following. Just take anything other than the multi-laser because it's fucking terrible. Any number of models can each be equipped with the Sentinel Chainsaw, and then you can all take a Hunter Killer Missile. Nice. 1 to 3 of unit size, and they come with the multi-laser and close combat weapon. They're Vehicle Walkers, Imperium, Regiment, Squadron, Smoke. Armored Sentinels, similar, they move 8 inches, toughness 8 though, 2-up save, 7 wounds, leadership 7, OC 2. They also have autocannons, heavy flamers, hunter killer missiles, las cannons, and multi-lasers that they can take, as well as missile launchers and plasma cannons. Their close combat weapons are they're the same, so they're identical there. The ranged weapons also are identical. They explode as well, no scouts on these guys, but they have mobile tank hunters. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets a monster or vehicle, you can re-roll the wound roll. That is pretty spicy. Any number of models can each have their multi-laser replaced with something else. So either an autocannon, heavy flamer, las cannon, missile launcher, or the plasma cannon. Any number of models can each have, I keep saying each have, because I can't read. Any number of models can each be equipped with 1 Sentinel Chainsaw, and then they can each be equipped with a Hunter Killer Missile. Again, units of 1, 2, 3, and they come with the multi-laser and the close combat weapon. They have the same exact keywords, it looks like: Vehicle Walker, Imperium, Regiment, Squadron, Smoke. Alright, next we got Hellhounds. These move 10. They are toughness 10 with a 2+ save. They have 11 wounds, leadership 7, and OC of 3. They got a bunch of different weapons they can take for the turret. There's 3 different kinds historically, the Chem Cannon being one of them. This is anti-infantry 2+ and torrent, 12-inch range, D6 plus 1 shots, strength 2, AP 2, damage 2. Heavy Bolter, we know what that does. Heavy Flamer, we know what that does. Hunter Killer Missile, we know what that does. Inferno Cannon, ignores cover, torrent. 18-inch range, 2d6 shots, strength 6, AP2, 1 damage. Melta Cannon, blast, Melta 4, 18-inch range, D3 shots, strength 9, AP4, D6 damage. And then you got Multi-Melta, which you can take on the front there. It's a normal Multi-Melta profile, 18-inch range, 2 shots, strength 9, AP4, D6 damage. Everything that has a ballistic skill is ballistic skill 4. Then it's got its armored tracks, which no one cares about. Deadly Demise D6, it explodes, D6. Flush them out in your shooting phase. After this model has shot, select one enemy unit that was hit by one or more of those attacks until the end of the phase. You don't get cover. It subtracts 1 from hit if it's wounded, and, down to 1 to 4 at least. Alright, its options are, its Inferno Cannon can be replaced with one of the following, either the Chem Cannon or the Melta Cannon. Honestly, the Inferno Cannon is not bad. Does it have ignores cover? It does. It might as well be AP3. Alright, so, its Heavy Flamer can be replaced with one of the following, one Multi-Melta or one Heavy Bolter, and then it can be equipped with that Hunter Killer Missile. Comes with the Heavy Flamer, Inferno Cannon, and Armored Tracks. Now we got the Rogel Dorn. This is one of the new tanks. This came out last edition, in 9th edition, for the Imperial Guard here. I've heard it's pretty good now. It moves 10, so still pretty decently fast. It has a toughness of 12. It's got a 2-up save, 18 wounds. I wish my Land Raiders had 18 wounds. Leadership 7, OC of 5. It's got a Castigator Gatling Cannon. This is a 24-inch range, 12-shot weapon. Alright, so some of these are ballistic skill 3, but most of these are ballistic skill 4. I'll point out the one that's not. So this is 12 shots, strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage, 24 inches. The coaxial autocannon, this is the only thing that's ballistic skill 3. 48-inch range, 2 shots, strength 9, AP 1, 3 damage. Then it has heavy bolters, heavy stubbers, which we've talked about before. I'll go over it again though. These are rapid fire 3 at 36 inches. They have 3 shots, they're strength 4, AP 0, and 1 damage. So we also have Melta guns, Multi-Meltas, and then the Oppressor Cannon. 72-inch range, D6 plus 3 shots, strength 12, AP 2, flat 3 damage. Pulverizer Cannon, 24-inch range, D6 shots, strength 9, AP 3, 3 damage. And then you got your Twin Battle Cannon. It's a twin-linked battle cannon. Strength 10, AP 1, 3 damage, D6 plus 3 shots at a 48-inch range. In combat, it has armored tracks. It has 6 attacks at strength 7. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It explodes D6. It's got a Blade of Plating. Once per battle, when an attack is allocated to this model, you can change the damage characteristic of that attack to 0. Just make it something cool. Make it like -1 damage or something. Like once a phase. One hit you take is -1 damage every phase. Make it cool. Alright, so if you have 1 to 6 wounds remaining, you're -1 to be hit. Your options are, this model's Twin Battle Cannon can be replaced with 1 Oppressor Cannon and 1 Coaxial Autocannon. This model's Castigator Gatling Cannon can be replaced with 1 Pulverizer Cannon. Definitely do that. This model can be equipped with one of the following, 2 Melta guns, 2 additional heavy stubbers. Yeah, you do that. This model can be equipped with one of the following, 2 Multi-Meltas, okay. Rogel Dorn Battle Tank is what you get. It comes with the Castigator Gatling Cannon, Heavy Stubber, Twin Battle Cannon, and Armored Tracks. It's a Vehicle Imperium Squadron. Interesting. Smoke. Alright, Heavy Weapon Team is next. Heavy Weapon Squad. They have a movement of 6, toughness of 3, save of 5, 2 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 2. They get one of the following. Either an autocannon, a heavy bolter, which has heavy. All of those have heavy for some reason. They don't. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If it's on a tank, it doesn't usually. So autocannon with heavy. Heavy bolter with heavy. Las Small Arms, it's a pistol, it's 18 inches, 1 shot, BS4, strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. So all of the heavy weapons here, guys, are going to be hitting on 5s. The only thing that doesn't hit on 5s is that Las Small Arms that I just mentioned. So you can also take a Las Cannon, a missile launcher, or a mortar. Again, all those gain heavy. The mortar is blast and indirect fire. This is something we haven't talked about yet, so we'll go over it. It's 48 inches, D6 shots, BS5. Strength 5, used to be strength 4. AP 0, 1 damage. You got your close combat weapons, whatever, 2 attacks, strength 3. Covering fire each time you target this unit with the Fire Overwatch stratagem. While resolving that stratagem, hits are scored on an unmodified hit roll of 5+, or an unmodified hit roll of 4+, instead if it's within 6 inches of a friendly platoon unit. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, so you basically can replace your heavy bolter, which is what you come with one of those other heavy weapons. You come in units of 3. You have heavy bolters, las small arms, and a heavy weapons team, just weapon team, close combat weapon. Next, you have your bigger mortar teams, heavy weapon teams. These are a movement of 4 with toughness of 5, 4-up save and 6 wounds, leadership 7, 2 OC. Bombast field gun. This is blast, heavy, and indirect. 48-inch range with D6 shots, BS 5, strength 7, AP 1, 2 damage. Las cannon. It's a las cannon. It has heavy this time. It's BS 5. You got las guns. You got las pistols. And you got a Malleus rocket launcher. This is blast and heavy. 48-inch range. 6 plus D6 shots, BS 5, strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. Got your close combat weapons, which are going to be 3 attacks this time at strength 3. Rearm, reload, fire. While this unit is being affected by an order, provided it remains stationary this turn, all heavy weapons equipped by models in this unit have the sustained hits 1 ability. You can... So each guy can have their Malleus rocket launcher replaced with one of the following, either a heavy las cannon or the bombast field gun. I must have missed this. Heavy las cannon. Yes, I did. So the heavy las cannon is 2 shots, strength 14, BS 5, AP 3 and D6 plus 1 damage. So it's a little bit stronger than a regular las cannon and has 2 shots there. Interesting little weapon there. These come in units of 2. Everything is equipped with the Malleus rocket launcher, las gun, las pistol, and battery close combat weapon. They are infantry, artillery, Imperium grenade regiments. Next, we're getting on to the tanks. Leman Russ battle tank. I'm going to try to move through these fast. I mean, we're only like halfway through this damn thing. So they move 10, toughness 11, 2-up save, 13 wounds, leadership 7, and a OC of 3. All of them have the same profile. They can all take the same, like, front-mounted weapon, pintle-mounted weapons, and side-mounted weapons. Those are heavy bolters, heavy flamers, and then for your pintle-mounted stuff, you can take a heavy stubber. You can also take a hunter-killer missile. And then you have access to las cannons. Then you have your Leman Russ battle cannon. This is a blast weapon. It's 48-inch range, D6 plus 3 shots, strength 10, AP 1, 3 damage. You got multi-meltas and plasma cannons. Then you can also take a storm bolter instead of the hunter-killer or the heavy stubber, which you would never do. It's got armored tracks. It's the exact same as the Rogaldorn in combat. 6 attacks, strength 7, AP 0, 1 damage with a weapon skill 4. Deadly Demise D3. Armored Spearhead. Each time this model makes an attack that targets an enemy unit, reroll a hit roll of 1, and if that unit is within range of an objective marker you do not control, you can reroll the hit roll instead, and then if you're down to 1 to 4 wounds, you're -1 to hit. So, these are going to be kind of synonymous for all of them. This model's las cannon can be replaced with one of the following, either the heavy bolter or the heavy flamer. This model can be equipped with one of the following, either 2 heavy bolters on the side, 2 heavy flamers on the side, 2 multi-meltas on the side, or 2 plasma cannons on the side. This model can be equipped with one of the following, so I just mentioned this, either the heavy stubber or the storm bolter, and then you can always take that hunter-killer missile. By default, you're equipped with a single las cannon, the Leman Russ battle cannon, and armored tracks. You're a vehicle, Imperium, Squadron, Smoke. So next we have the Leman Russ Demolisher. The only thing I'm going to go over here is going to be the Demolisher battle cannon, because that's the only difference in the ranged weapons there. So notably, all these hit on 4s, and so do the regular Leman Russ. They all hit on 4s for everything. The Demolisher battle cannon is a blast weapon with only a 24-inch range, D6 plus 3 shots, strength 14, AP 3, D6 damage. Boom. Big gun, big blasties, get fucked. That's what that thing does. It has Deadly Demise D3, and it's got Line Breaker. When making a ranged attack with its Demolisher cannon, this model can target enemy units within engagement range, provided no other friendly units are also within engagement range. In addition, when making ranged attacks, this model does not suffer the penalty to hit rolls for being within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. Alright, so all of its heavy bolters or whatever else it's going to have, they can just shoot you in combat and it doesn't care. That's kind of interesting. It has the same war gear options, otherwise it just comes with its Demolisher cannon and las cannon. The next one is the Vanquisher, so same stat line there, same weapons here. The only difference is our Vanquisher battle cannon on top, 72-inch range with just a measly single shot, strength 18, -4, D6 plus 6 damage. If it had reroll a hit and a wound, just like the prism cannon had, it'd be good. But it doesn't. It's got tank killer though. Each time this model makes a ranged attack with its Vanquisher cannon that targets a monster or vehicle, you can reroll the wound roll. So just to put this into perspective, guys, there's 5 turns in the game. This thing hits on 4s, so unless it's getting +1 to hit from something, whether that's like an order or staying still, you're going to hit 2.5 times. If you do give it +1 to hit, you're more likely going to hit 3 times. Once, like one turn, so you're going to hit 3 times a turn. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a wound, which you can reroll. They've got to fail their save. Alright, let's move on here. It can take the same upgrades, and it's equipped with its Vanquisher battle cannon, and its armored tracks, and its las cannon. Next you got the Punisher, same stat line. The only thing that's different here is your Punisher Gatling cannon. This is 24 inches, 20 shots. Strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage. Then you got mow down the enemy. Each time this model makes an attack with its Punisher Gatling cannon that targets an enemy unit, excluding monsters or vehicles, the attack has devastating wounds. Okay. Same war gear options. Comes with the las cannon, Punisher Gatling cannon, and armored tracks. The Executioner, same stat line. It's got an Executioner plasma cannon. This has 2 profiles. It is 36-inch ranges on both, blast on both. On the unovercharged, you're rocking D6 plus 3 shots, strength 7, AP 2, and 2 damage, hitting on 4s for everything still, because you're a demolisher thing, Lehman Russ. Alright, so if you overcharge this, it is strength 8, AP 3, and 3 damage flat. Same number of shots, same range, just becomes hazardous and gets a little bit better for its stats there. So this guy's abilities are Gung-Ho Executioners. Each time this model makes an attack with its Executioner plasma cannon that targets a unit that is below half strength, add 1 to the hit roll. Okay, leave those at home. Same war gear options. And yeah, comes with a plasma cannon, las cannon, and armored tracks. Same exact stuff down here for its keywords. The Executioner, this is probably one of my favorite ones. I do know of him, his existence. He's probably one of my favorite ones because of his Exterminator autocannon. This is rapid fire 4 and twin links, so 48 inches, 4 shots, strength 9, AP 1, damage 3. So you get within half range, you're getting 8 shots with this thing. So that's good enough, you know, that's a lot of shots, strength 9, AP 1, 3 damage. But this is why it's good. Withering Hail in your shooting phase. After this model has shot, select one enemy unit hit by one or more of those attacks, made with its Exterminator autocannon specifically, until the end of the phase. Each time a friendly Astra Militarum unit makes an attack that targets that enemy unit, improve the armor penetration by 1. But you can only be affected once. You can't like stack, you can't be like AP 4 from different ones shooting at you. Not that it really matters too much, because probably after the first one is all you need anyway. That's awesome. Take 3 of these. They have the same war gear options, and they come with the Exterminator autocannon and las cannon. The Eradicator, same stat line. He's got the Eradicator Nova cannon. This is blast and ignores cover at 36 inches. It is D3 plus 6 attacks, kind of a weird profile. Strength 7, AP 1, and 2 damage. He has Urban Warfare. When making a ranged attack with its Eradicator Nova cannon, this model can target enemy units within engagement range. Alright, so it has the same ability as the Demolisher. It's got the same upgrades as the Demolisher and every other Lehman Russ. Comes with its Eradicator Nova cannon, las cannon, and armored tracks. Alright, we got through it. We're on to the Basilisk now. They move 10, their toughness 9. They got a 3-up save, their wounds 11. Leadership 7, OC 3, Earthshaker cannon. This gigantic barrel is strength 8. It is blast, heavy, and direct. It has a entire store range. It is D6 plus 3 shots. It is strength 8, AP 2, and 2 damage. Like, man, what a fall from grace. Also can take heavy bolter or heavy flamer in front, and then it's got the hunter killer missile. Armored tracks, these are only strength 6. Boo-hoo, 3 attacks there. Deadly demise D3, Earthshaker rounds. In your shooting phase, after this model is shot, if one or more of those attacks was made with its Earthshaker cannon, scored a hit against an enemy infantry unit till the end of your opponent's next turn. That unit is shaken. A unit that's shaken subtracts 2 from move, 2 from advance, and charge rolls. Alright, so it's a useful unit because it slows things down, but its gun doesn't really do any damage. Real quick math here, so let's just call it 4, so 7 shots. Yeah, call it 4 hits. Even though it's, yeah, you know. So 4 hits, your strength 8. Let's say you're wounding on 3s, you're going to get 3 wounds. It's AP 2, I'm in cover, so I'm going to get a 4-up save. Alright, so you get like a couple wounds through, you kill a couple marines with it. On average, it's alright. It's not good against vehicles. Its heavy bolter can be replaced with the heavy flamer. It can take the hunter killer missile. It got that earthshaker cannon, baby, and it's heavy bolter and armor tracks. Alright, next we got the Hydra. This is a movement of 10, toughness 9, 3-up save, 11 wounds, leadership 7, OC 3. It can take a heavy bolter or a heavy flamer in front. It can also be equipped with a hunter killer missile. The Hydra autocannon. This is anti-fly 2+, so this wounds flying things on a 2+, and it's twin-linked. Jesus. Okay, so it's just naturally twin-linked. It's got a 72-inch range, 4 shots, autocannon profile. Okay. Armor tracks. Deadly Demise D3. Each time this model makes an attack that targets a unit that can fly, you can reroll the hit roll. Interesting. There are a lot of flying things out there, guys. So that's pretty interesting indeed. Points dependent. This might be kind of cool. Might be kind of cool. Might being the key word there. Alright, what do? Your heavy bolter can be replaced with a heavy flamer. You can take a hunter killer missile. You have a heavy bolter and the Hydra autocannon, and your vehicle track things. Your vehicle Imperium Squadron Smoke. Next, we got the Manticore. This is toughness 10. It moves 10. Save 3, 11 wounds. Leadership 7, 3+ save. Why is this different? Why isn't it toughness 9? It's on the same chassis. In fact, never mind. Alright, this takes a heavy bolter or a heavy flamer, hunter killer missile, and then Storm Eagle rockets. These are blast, heavy, and indirect fire. They have only half the store table range instead. And then they have D6 plus 1 shots. They are strength 10, AP 2, and flat 3 damage. They're no longer like one-shot missiles. You can just keep firing it, looks like. Yep. Deadly Demise, D3. Furious Barrage. Each time this model makes an attack with its Storm Eagle rockets that target an enemy unit that contains 5 or more models, you can reroll the hit roll. It gets damaged. It can replace its heavy bolter with a heavy flamer. It can take a hunter killer missile. Otherwise, it's got a heavy bolter, Storm Eagle rockets, and armored tracks. Wyvern. Movement of 10, toughness of 9, save of 3, 11 wounds, leadership 7, OC of 3. Again, heavy bolter, heavy flamer, hunter killer missile. Wyvern's quad storm shard mortar. Okay. It's blast. It ignores cover. It's heavy. It's indirect fire, and it's twin linked. It's got a 48-inch range. It's 2d6 shots, strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage, hits on 4s. All these vehicles hit on 4s, guys, with all their weapons. Armored tracks, okay. Deadly Demise D3, suppression bombardment in your shooting phase. Just after this model has shot, select one enemy unit, excluding monster vehicle, that was hit by one or more attacks made by this model's Wyvern's quads, until the start of your next turn. That enemy unit is suppressed. While it's suppressed, it subtracts 1s from the hit roll. So you basically shoot this big mortar at something, it's -1 to hit for its next turn. It gets hurt, and that hurts its shooting. It can replace its heavy bolter with a heavy flamer. It can take a hunter killer missile. It's got that Wyvern quad storm shard mortar, and it's heavy bolter and tracks. It's a vehicle artillery Imperium Squadron Smoke. Death Strike missile. Why is that a different color? The world may never know. Move 10, it's toughness 10. Like, why? Why the inconsistency? 3-up saved, 11 wounds. Leadership 7, OC of 3. Death Strike missile. This is blast, 1-shot plasma warhead. It doesn't have a range, so it can't shoot. And, I'm just kidding, but it's got an NA for range. 2d6 shots, BS2, strength 16, AP 4, 1 damage. Right. Let's read what it does. Plasma Warhead. The bearer can only shoot this weapon in your shooting phase. Right, okay. And only if it remained stationary this turn and did not use its Death Strike missile ability to designate target or adjust target this phase. When the bearer shoots with this weapon, do not select a target. Instead, resolve this weapon's attacks, rolling for each unit within 6 inches of the center of its Death Strike target marker individually. Okay, and they can take heavy bolter, heavy flamer, or the, and the hunter killer. Okay, I feel like I don't have the whole picture here yet. Death Strike missile in your shooting phase. Each time this model is selected to shoot, if it has not shot its Death Strike missile this battle, you can do one of the following, in addition to resolving this model's ranged attacks. Designate target. If this model does not have a Death Strike target on the battlefield, place 1. Okay. If this model has a Death Strike target model on the battlefield, move it anywhere. What is this nonsense? The fuck? It's 2d6 shot. It's 1 damage. It doesn't even have devastating wounds. Okay. It's got options and stuff. It's a vehicle. Yeah. Fuck that. Chimera. Movement of 10. Toughness of 9. 3+ save. 11 wounds. Leadership 7. OC of 2. Chimera Heavy Bolter. Why is it different than a regular Heavy Bolter? Oh wait, it's not. It's just named differently. Chimera Heavy Flamer. It's a Heavy Flamer. Chimera Multi-Laser. It's a Multi-Laser. So we haven't seen this very much. So again, this is 36 inches. It's got 4 shots at BS4. Strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage. You're always going to replace that with something else. Next up, Heavy Bolter, Heavy Flamer, Heavy Stubber, Hunter Killer Missile, Las Gun Array. This is Rapid Fire 6, 24 inches. It has 6 shots, BS4. Strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. Storm Bolter, Rapid Fire 2, 2 shots. Strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage, 24 inches. Armored Tracks, we know it, we love it. Deadly Demise D3 and Firing Deck 2, so 2 little boys can pop out and shoot their guns. Mobile Command Vehicle. In your command phase, 1 officer model embarked within this transport can issue an order even though it's not on the battlefield. You measure distances from the transport. Okay. Its Heavy Bolter can be replaced with a Heavy Flamer. Its other stuff, so its Multi-Laser, can be replaced with either a Heavy Bolter or a Heavy Flamer. You will give it a Heavy Stubber, and you will also give it a Hunter Killer Missile. It comes with the Chimera Multi-Laser, Heavy Bolter, Las Gun Array, and Armored Tracks. This model has a transport capacity of 12 infantry. Each heavy weapon team and veteran heavy weapon team counts as 2. Each Ogryn counts as 3. It cannot transport artillery. It's a vehicle Imperium Squadron transport, dedicated transport. Smoke. Torox, 12-inch move, fast 1 here. Toughness of 8 though. 3+ save and 10 wounds. Leadership 7 and OC 2. Twin autocannon. It's a twin-linked autocannon. BS4. Storm Bolter. It's a Storm Bolter. Armored Tracks. It's the same as always. Deadly Demise D3. Rapid deployment. Units can disembark from this transport even after it advanced. Units that do so count as having made a normal move that phase and cannot declare a charge in the same turn but can otherwise act normally. This model can be equipped with a Storm Bolter. It is equipped with a twin autocannon and armored tracks. It has a transport capacity of 12 infantry models. Each heavy weapon team takes up the capacity of 2 models. Ogryns take up the capacity of 3. It cannot transport artillery. It's a vehicle Imperium Squadron transport. Dedicated transport. Torox. The Valkyrie. This is your flyer. 20-inch move and toughness 10. 2+ save with 14 wounds. Leadership 7 OC 0. It can take Heavy Bolters, Hellstrike Missiles, these are Anti-Fly 2+, 48 inches, 1 shot, BS4, like everything else, Strength 10, AP 3, and D6 damage. Kind of an interesting weapon there. Las Cannon, great. Multi-Laser, ungreat. Multiple Rocket Pod, Blast Weapon at 36 inches, D6 shots, Strength 6, AP 0, 1 damage, and then you got your Armored Hull. It's going to crash into you with 3 hull attacks at Strength 6. Alright, it's got Deadly Demise D6. Those jets explode big. It can hover, grab, shoot, insertion at the end of your opponent's movement phase. 1 or more units embarked within this transport can disembark from it, provided every model has the Deep Strike ability. Huh. You can kind of like rapid egress out of this thing. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Right, so this model's Militarum Multi-Laser will always be replaced with 1 las cannon. This model's Hellstrike Missiles can be replaced with 2 multiple rocket pods. You might do that from time to time. This model can be equipped with 2 Heavy Bolters, which you will do. It has Hellstrike Missiles, Militarum Multi-Laser, and an armored hull. This model can transport 12 infantry. Each heavy weapon team is 2. Each Ogryn is 3. It's a vehicle fly aircraft Imperium transport. Aegis Defense Line. It doesn't move, because why would that happen? It's a fucking wall. It's toughness 12 with a 2-up save. It's got 10 wounds. It has a leadership. Walls are brave, folks, but they can't capture objectives. It's the emplacement platform first. Friendly Astra Militarum infantry models can be set up or end any type of move on top of the platform section of this fortification, okay? Reinforced cover. Each time a ranged attack is allocated to a model. If the model is not fully visible to every model in the attacking unit because of the fortification, you have cover. Defense line. If you have cover from this, you got a 4-pin vuln. Fortification, if an enemy unit is only within engagement range of one or more fortifications from your army, that unit can still be selected as a target of a ranged attack, but each time such an attack is made, unless it is made with a pistol, you subtract 1 from your hit roll. Models in the unit do not need to take desperate escape tests due to falling back while battle shocked, except if they move over enemy dudes. You get an Aegis defense line. When deploying this model, Alright, so when this model is set up, it will consist of 1 platform section, up to 5 shield sections, up to 2 broken shield sections, and up to 2 end sections. All sections must be connected to each other to form a continuous defense line. If the 2 broken shield sections can be placed at either end of the defense line or in the middle I'm not going to finish that. Alright, yes, it's fortification, infantry. No one cares. We just want to see the big fucking tanks. The big, dopey tanks, guys. That's what you came here for. Alright, we got the Baneblade. Movement of 9, toughness of 13. That's the highest toughness I've seen so far. Toughness, 2+ save, 24 wounds. That's the highest wounds I've seen so far. Leadership 7, OC of 8. Baneblade Cannon. This is a 72-inch range. It's 3d6 shots. Everything's BS4. The Baneblade Cannon is strength 12, AP 2, and 3 damage flat. I don't know if I like that. Strength 12, the only AP 2. Okay. Coaxial autocannon. This is not +1 to hit. It's 2 shots, strength 9, AP 1, 3 damage. Demolisher cannon. Again, this is strength 14, AP 3, and D6 damage, and you get D6 plus 3 shots with it at a 24-inch range. And then you got your heavy stubber, your las cannon, twin heavy bolter. So this is a heavy bolter, but it's twin linked, so it rerolls wounds. Otherwise, it's the same profile. Twin heavy flamer, same thing there. It's just a twin linked heavy flamer, so it rerolls wounds. This thing's armored tracks, despite having the same name as the other weapons called armored tracks, have yet a different profile. These ones are 6 attacks. Strength 8, AP 0, 1 damage. Make it 2 damage, man. Alright, Deadly Demise, D6 plus 2. This thing goes ka-fucking boom. Rolling Fortress, you give cover to you guys that are not visible entirely, if they're not visible because of this model. So it literally rolls around giving you cover. If you have 1 to 8 wounds left, you subtract 1 from the hit roll. This model's 2 twin heavy flamers can be replaced with 2 twin heavy bolters. This model can be equipped with one of the following: 2 las cannons and 2 twin heavy bolters, or 2 las cannons and 2 twin heavy flamers. It comes with the Baneblade cannon and its coaxial autocannon, Demolisher cannon, 2 heavy stubber, 2 las cannons, twin heavy bolter, 2 heavy flamers, and armored tracks. Okay, my mouth hurts saying all those words. Next we have the Banehammer. This guy only moves 9, but he's toughness 13 with a 2-up save, and he's got 24 wounds, and he's leadership 7 and OC 8 like the other guy is. So, general stuff here, he can take las cannons, twin heavy bolters, twin heavy flamers. We'll get to his wargear options in a moment. Tremor cannon is his main gun. This is a blast weapon, only 36 inches, but it's 2d6 plus 3 shots, strength 12, AP 2, 3 damage. This guy has Deadly Demise, D6 plus 2, and firing deck 12, so 12 dudes can shoot out of this thing. Tremor Quake. In your shooting phase, just after selecting a target for this model's Tremor Cannon, the target unit and every other enemy infantry unit within 3 inches must take a battle shock test. So it's a big fucking explosion, and everyone around it's like, oh god, what do we do? Go to ground. This model's 2 twin heavy flamers can be replaced with twin heavy bolters, and then you can be equipped with either 2 las cannons and 2 twin heavy bolters, or 2 las cannons and 2 twin heavy flamers. It's equipped with the 2 las cannons, Tremor Cannon, twin heavy bolters, and 2 twin heavy flamers, armored tracks. It has a transport capacity of 26 infantry models, heavy weapon teams are 2, Ogrins are 3. Then you got your Bane Sword. This also only moves 9, toughness 13, so same otherwise, just moves 9. The difference here is your Quake Cannon. This is blast and ignores cover at 72 inches. D6 plus 6 shots, strength 16, AP 4, and 4 damage flat. That seems good. Alright, yep, so twin heavy bolter, twin heavy flamer, armored tracks. Deadly Demise D6 plus 2, armor obliteration. Each time an attack made with this model's Quake Cannon destroys an enemy model that has the Deadly Demise ability, it blows up on a 3-up instead of a 6. That's hilarious. Gets damaged. 2 twin heavy flamers can be replaced with the bolters, yep, and then same wargear options there, guys. It comes with 2 las cannons, the Quake Cannon, twin heavy bolters, twin heavy flamers, armored tracks. It is a vehicle Titanic Imperium Smoke Banesword. The one above it's basically the same, just with a different keyword here. The Doom Hammer is next, also moves 9, otherwise the same. It's got the Magma Cannon. This is Blast and Melta 6, 24 inches, D6 plus 3 shots, Strength 12, AP 4, and D6 damage. And again, all of these weapons for all of these data sheets are hitting on 4s. This has a firing deck as well of 12. Close range Titan Killer. Each time this model's Magma Cannon targets a monster or vehicle, it is always considered to be within half range. So it's Magma Cannon being Blast and Melt to 6. It's always going to be 6 plus D6 damage. It's Strength 12, AP 4. Okay. Same war gear options there. Comes with the 2 las cannons, the Magma Cannon, the twin heavy bolters, the twin heavy flamers, the 2 twin heavy flamers, and armored tracks. It has a transport capacity of 26. Heavy weapons are 2 spaces, Ogrins are 3. Hellhammer, same profile, including the movement. Coaxial autocannon, we know what that one does. It's got this one does have a demolisher cannon on it as well, so the other ones that we just talked about didn't. This has the Hellhammer cannon. This is blast and ignores cover. It's only 30 inches, and it is 4d6 shots at strength 7, AP 1, and 2 damage. Right. Close quarter warfare. This model does not suffer the penalty to hit rolls while it's in engagement range. Okay, same war gear options. It comes with the coaxial autocannon, demolisher cannon, heavy stubber, Hellhammer cannon, 2 las cannons, twin heavy bolter, and 2 twin heavy flamers. Next up, the Shadow Sword, identical profile. This has a volcano cannon. It's blast and it's heavy. It's got a 96-inch range. It's D3 plus 1 shots, so you're always getting at least 2 with it. It is, holy shit, it is strength 24, AP 5, and 12 damage flat. My god. So this will, if you get a hit and wound on something, it's just dead. You know, if you don't have an invuln. Titan Killer. Each time this model makes a ranged attack with its volcano cannon that targets a monster or vehicle unit, that attack has devastating wounds. Okay. Okay. Shadow Sword. So, same war gear options there, and it comes with 2 las cannons, twin heavy bolter, 2 twin heavy flamers, volcano cannon. Next we got the Stormlord. I think this might be the last one. There might be one more after this. This has the same identical profile, except it's got the Vulcan Mega Bolter, 48 inches, 20 shots, strength 6, AP 1, and 2 damage. Firing deck of 24. Mount up at the end of your opponent's movement phase. If there are no models currently embarked within the transport, you can select one friendly infantry unit that is wholly within 6. Unless that unit is within engagement range, it can re-embark. That's awesome. At the end of your opponent's movement phase. Cool. Alright. Same war gear options. Comes with the 2 heavy stubbers, that's different. 2 las cannons, twin heavy bolter, 2 twin heavy flamers, Vulcan Mega Bolter, and armored tracks. It can transport 40 fucking guys. Heavy weapon teams are 2, Ogrins are 3. Yo, just stick like 3 units of Ogrins in this thing. Okay, so if you have 36 capacity, that means you can fit 12 Ogrins in here. So put 12 Ogrins in here and then just shoot them all out of the top. Firing deck 24. Yo, just drive this up and just be like, fucking so many shots. Okay. And then give it +1 to hit somehow. With take aim. Oh my god, you can definitely do that. Alright, yep, I was right. There is another one here. We got the Storm Sword. Identical profile there. This has the Storm Sword Siege Cannon. This is D6 plus 6 shots. It's strength 16, AP 4, and D6 plus 2 damage. Alright, not bad. Concussive wave in your shooting phase just after selecting a target for this model's Storm Sword Siege Cannon. Roll 1d6 for the target unit and every other unit within 3 inches. On a 5+, the unit being rolled for is struck by a concussive wave. After this model has finished making its attacks against that unit, each unit struck by the concussive wave suffers D3 mortal wounds. Okay. Same war gear options, and it comes with the 2 las cannons, siege cannon thing, twin heavy bolter, and 2 flamers with its armored tracks. We're not done yet. God fucking damn it. Militarum Tempestus Command Squad. Movement 6, toughness 3, 4 up save, 1 wound, leadership 7, OC 1. Those are on the regular boys. The Prime has 3 wounds, otherwise is the same. Alright, so bolt pistols, flamers, grenade launchers, hotshot las guns. We'll go over those again. Those are rapid fire 1 with a 24-inch range. They're a las gun that's AP 1, guys. These all hit on 3s. All of these weapons hit on 3s. So that's your hotshot las gun, your hotshot las pistol. So it's a las pistol that's AP 1. Hotshot volley gun. This is that rapid fire 2 weapon at 30 inches. 2 shots, strength 4, AP 1. That's pretty good. Melt-a-gun. Plasma gun, plasma pistols. Close combat weapons, that's 2 attacks this time instead of 1, strength 3. Tempestus dagger, 4 attacks, hit strength 3, AP 0, 1 damage. They have Deep Strike and Leader, Tempestor Prime. While this unit contains a Tempestor Prime, ranged weapons equipped by models in this unit have the Sustained Hits 1 ability. So you can get Medipacks, that's a 6 of Feel No Pain. So the Standard adds 1 to your objective control. Command Rod, while the bearer is leading a unit, that unit can be affected by up to 2 different orders at the same time. And then you got the Master Vox. Each time the officer in the unit issues an order, it can do it up to 24 inches away. These dudes have a bunch of war gear options. Any number of Tempestus Scions can each have their hotshot las gun replaced with one of the following. You can't take more than 1 of these. Flamer, grenade launcher, hotshot volley gun, melt-a-gun, plasma gun, and I mean you can't take more than 1 duplicate. 1 Scion equipped with a hotshot las gun can be equipped with the regimental standard. 1 Scion equipped with the hotshot las gun can be replaced with a hotshot las pistol and 1 Master Vox. 1 dude's hotshot las gun can be replaced with either 1 hotshot las pistol and 1 medipack, or 1 hotshot las gun, 1 hotshot las pistol, and 1 medipack. Okay. The Tempestor Prime's bolt pistol can be replaced with one of the following, either the plasma pistol or the command rod. You probably give him the command rod, right? You take them in units of 5. 4 Tempestus Scions, 1 Prime. They're all equipped. So the Prime is equipped with the bolt pistol and the dagger. Every other dude's got the hotshot las gun and the close combat weapon. They can be attached to Tempestus Scions. Alright, so if the Tempestor Prime is your warlord, then the Scions are battle line. Next, you have the Scions themselves. So they're movement 6, toughness 3 with a 4 up save, 1 wound, leadership 7, and OC 1. Same options it looks like. So flamer, grenade launcher, hotshot las gun, hotshot las pistol, hotshot volley gun, melt-a-gun, plasma gun. And then for combat, they can have chain swords, probably on the sergeant, otherwise you get your close combat weapon. So the chain sword is 4 attacks, strength 3, otherwise you got your close combat weapon, that's 2 attacks, strength 3. The sergeant can likely take this power fist, it's 3 attacks, strength 6, AP 2, and 2 damage. The power weapon is 3 attacks as well, strength 4, AP 2, and 1 damage. Those all hit on 4s, so all the weapon skill 4 for all the weapons, and then your ballistic skill is 3 for all of your ranged weapons. These can deep strike. They have stormtroopers. Each time a model in the unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. If the target is within range of an objective marker, you can reroll the hit roll instead. Okay, Voxcaster gains CP on 5+. If there's an officer within 6, your options are that for every 5 models, 2 can each have their hotshot las gun replaced with one of the following, either a flamer, grenade launcher, hotshot volley gun, melt-a-gun, or plasma gun. And of course, you cannot take duplicates unless it's 10 guys. You can take a Voxcaster. The Tempestor Prime dude sergeant will take the power fist. And then you can, alright, so the Tempestor hotshot las pistol can be replaced with one of the following. You'll give him a plasma pistol. Alright, so units of 5 to 10. This guy, so the sergeant has the hotshot las pistol and chainsword. Every other dude has the hotshot las gun. It can have 2 leaders attached to it, provided no more than one of those is a command squad. Cool. Their infantry Imperium, Grenades Regiment, Militarum Tempestus, Scion. Tarax Prime, moves 12, toughness 8, save of 3, 10 wounds, leadership 7, OC 2. Storm Bolters, Torox Battle Cannon, this is Blast, 48-inch range. This is D6 shots. It is strength 8, AP 1, 2 damage. All of these hit on 3s, as all the Tempestor things do. Tempestus. Alright, so you got a Torox Gatling Cannon. That's 24 inches, 12 shots, strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage. Or you have the Torox Missile Launcher. It's either got the frag or crack. It's the same exact profile you'd expect. The The frag is strength 4, AP 0, 1 damage with 2d6 shots, 48 inches. The crack, same deal here, 48 inches, although this is 2 shots. This is strength 9, AP 2, d6 damage. Twin autocannon, twin linked, so 48 inches, we know what that is. And then we got the twin Tarox hotshot volley gun. This is rapid fire 3 and twin linked at 30 inches. 3 shots normally, strength 4, AP 1, and 1 damage, so when you get within 15, that's 6 shots coming out of this thing, all twin linked, so rerolling wounds. Armored Tracks, that's the 3 attacks one at strength 6. Deadly Demise D3, fire support in your shooting phase. After this model has shot, select one enemy unit that was hit by one or more of those attacks until the end of the phase. Each time a friendly model that disembarked from the transport this turn makes an attack that targets that unit, you can reroll the wound roll. This model's Tarox battle cannon can be replaced with one of the following, either the Tarox Gatling cannon or the Tarox missile launcher. This model's twin Tarox hotshot volley gun can be replaced with one twin auto cannon. That's tempting. This model can be equipped with one storm bolter. Alright, so it comes with the Tarox battle cannon, twin hotshot volley gun, and armored tracks. It can transport 12 guys. And that, my dear viewers, is the end of this index. We survived! All hail the Emperor! If you survived until this point, thank you so much for sticking with me here. I thought this was pretty good overall. There are some good units in here for sure. I can definitely see some pretty annoying lists with the right builds. But I really want to know what you guys think. What do you little conscripts think? Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you liked this video, if you liked this index. Let me know what you liked about it. What have you been doing with your Imperial Guard? I guess Astra Militarum actually, right? Leave a like as well, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and be sure to check out all of our other Warhammer propaganda as well. There are videos for everyone. I'm sure you will find something out there that suits your fancy. So, make sure that you pray to the Emperor, and until next time, we will see you in the next one.